I know it's been a while, but I just kind of have been out of the active loop lately, and the last couple of days I have been dealing with this nagging kind of thing that there is something important I need to share with people who are on the twin flame journey, who have not come into union, who maybe are at the start and have not a clue about what this is all about, or are maybe at the end, know what it's about, have done tons of healing, and are wondering what the hell's the holdup. First of all, no one can tell you you have a twin flame and know better than you. You will know. If you meet someone, you will know. And I'm not going to go into all the things that might let you know. You will know, okay? So don't let some scammer tell you that only they can fill you in on this special person and that you must do what they tell you to do if you want to be successful in the romance and blah, blah, blah. Just don't be taken in. You will know. And don't want it so bad that you cook something up in your head that someone is because you think that having a twin flame is so cool. It's painful, people. It hurts to be seeing the things in this person that is your mirror that have kept you from living a good, happy life. They trigger us. They show us what we need to heal. We do the same for them. But this shit ain't easy. So don't think this is all tra-la-la, love and light and romance and we never fight. Sometimes it's going to be just utter hell because it hurts so bad, this stuff that's coming up in the triggering. It is our job. We are bringing up the things that are most important for our person to see. It is the behavior. It's the behavior that needs to be the focus, not the person. There's nothing wrong with the person, but the person may have learned behaviors and think they are perfectly acceptable until someone points out that they are not. That's how it is with us, guys. We learn certain things and then that's our normal. We don't even question until someone points out, maybe you should look at that a little closer. Let's say that your kid at home and your dad always eats with his mouth open. So, smacking and sloppy, and it's just what you have known. So you think that's the way you should eat. He's your dad modeling behavior to you, right? So you start eating sloppy too. So there's a point you leave the home, but you have established this pattern of sloppy eating, and now you're an adult and you're starting to date and you have one date after another and you think that these are lovely people, but for some reason they don't ever want a second date and you can't figure out why. So what's your natural instinct? Oh, it must be something wrong with me. Most of us will instinctively, just like a child does, take the blame. Oh, maybe it's because I'm ugly, or maybe it's because I'm fat, or I talk too much, or I'm not smart enough, I don't make enough money. That's what we do. We overthink, and suddenly this has become all about how defective you are, and you feel awful. You don't have your self-confidence anymore. You have talked yourself into thinking you're not worthy to be walking on this earth, hardly. Your dates have not been building to a second one because you're a sloppy eater and people are disgusted. People don't want to say anything to you, but oh man, they don't want to sit through that again. It is a behavior that they dislike. It is a behavior that they're choosing not to be around anymore. It is not that there's anything wrong with you. It is your sloppy eating. So you take it personally, and there's a lot of damage you can do. when you go down that path. Your twin flame across from you is giving you an odd look. You ask what's wrong, and the twin says, I don't know if you realize, but you make quite a few mouth noises when you eat, and your mouth is often open, and so I am looking at what you're chewing, and as it's yeah, and I'm listening to all these gross noises, and I'm sorry, I think you're a wonderful person, but I can't sit through another meal with that happening. And you're devastated, right? It probably triggers every other thing where someone hurt your feelings, saying that something you did was not cool or icky or whatever. You feel rejected. You personally, do you see where we're going with this? You personally feel rejected. But it's not you that's being rejected. It's the sloppy eating behavior. And you start pointing the finger at your twin flame and thinking how shitty of a person they are to hurt your feelings like that. And they did you a favor. But you're not going to see that for a long time. They did you a favor because they pointed out the behavior, and in other circumstances, the, stinking thinking, whatever it might be. When they trigger you, they are doing you a favor because you can't correct something until you know it's an issue, right? And we have grown up thinking all this stuff is just how people are. We think that our family life was how everybody else's was. It's not us. It's our behaviors that have issues. There's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with you. But you may have several behaviors that perhaps should be looked at. Don't hate your twin flame for helping you see. Because say we go back to where you don't understand why no one wants a second date. Once you get over being pissed off, you work on it. You ask your friends, your family, anyone who eats with you to help you notice when you're doing it, and it starts getting better. You know now what it is you need to work on. And so after some of that practice, you have another date, and there's a second. And maybe there's a third. Because the sloppy eater is gone. Being made aware of the problem is a favor. You just kind of have to get over that initial stage of, the hurt and the resentment. And you most definitely have to get over thinking that it is something wrong with you. That's from your childhood. It is not about you. It is about the behaviors that are not healthy for you, that will not bring you the life you want. Be thankful to your twin for the things they're pointing out to you. Be thankful when things are pointed out that you need to look at, to address, to heal.